Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another League of Legends cast brought to you by the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Dr. Dresden. And I'm here to bring commentary, and if this game would stop freezing, we could get right to it, but unfortunately, it is not going to stop freezing, which is awesome. Alrighty then, so I'm going to be playing this, I'm going to be casting this game from the perspective of the purple team, with York still sitting in the base, because why not? And we have Karthus in mid, a Soraka on bot, and we have a Galio on top, and the York will be going bot with that Soraka. I agree with this. Alrighty then, so it's going to be a little different for me because I won't be able to see what the blue team is doing most of the game. I'll only be able to see them when they're in division of the purple team. And it's really cool to see that, hey, everyone's shrunk again, because for some reason LoL replay does not like tall people. Alrighty, unless I'm zoomed out really far and Karthus really is that small for a stormtrooper. Okay, so we are waiting. Maybe I should speed this up a bit. Let's see. And let there be dance.
Minions have spawned.
Alright, minions have spawned. Let's get into this thing. Galio top, we have a very solid team build. We have a jungle Zinzao, which is always fun. Good lifesteal, good everything. Taking quite a bit of damage from those golems. Probably needs to be a bit more careful than that. Alright, we have Zinzao and Soraka versus Cassiopeia and I'm gonna say Olaf, unless he's top, which means Trundle will be bot, which they really have a lot of junglers on their team, but of all of them they picked Master Yi, which is a very strange choice considering how fast Olaf is and how powerful Trundle is in the jungle. But Master Yi is a very good counter jungler, so we may see a bit of that. Alright, so in mid we have Caston, who is a great anti-caster, though I do not know if his effectiveness against a good Karthus. Granted, I do not know if this is a good Karthus because I have no idea who this Karthus is, I swear. Alright, Olaf is sitting there and taking hits, so I'm assuming he either disconnected or is AFK, or just staying there waiting to take the hits. Alright, Galio versus Trundle up top. Cannot see their health bars because this thing sucks. It's not Dominion, it does not have good health information. So we'll probably focus on Karthus a bit just because we'll get a bit more accurate gameplay. Let's see the complete scores. Karthus is dominating mid, with Caston having a very cool 0. Which, it takes a lot of skill, folks, to get nothing. Not even an auto attack or even a Q spam. For shame, good sir, for shame. Alright, Galio up top, fighting Trundle, a little bit of shenanigans going on, dropping an AoE, throwing some, wind, all fun. But we got York and Soraka just playing the game. Olaf's got a lot of life steal, so he's not going to be able to be kept down unless you keep the pressure on him. Cassiopeia is an incredible harassment against people who do not know how to play against them, especially with her AoE poisons. Those are terrible to have to deal with. Alright, we have Karthus and Caston up top. Karthus running low on mana, but at the same time, 14 kills and now 15 and nothing from Caston, which means Karthus has a gigantic advantage over him. First blood was called on the bottom by an overzealous York, I would assume, because you do not want to be overzealous when you have a support and you only have you're facing 2 heavy damage dealers. And Light Justice is down from a spear, axe, always going to get hit by. The Zinzao gank takes out Olaf, and Cassiopeia might be going down too. Nope. Should have been our turret shot there, unless there was a bit of lag acting, which I would not be surprised using all replay on this. Cannot wait for the spectator mode, folks. Make this so much easier. Alright, we have Galio and Trundle up on top doing a little battle, while we have Karthus pushed Caston all the way to his turret. He needs to watch out for a Master Yi gank, because that would be lethal with his speed. Caston going in, which may be indicative of such a thing. But nope, he is scared off completely and just will Q harass and runs away. Don't know why you'd run away from a Karthus who has no mana and no regen, I believe. Wait, yeah, I'm him. Derp. Alright, he does have a little bit of mana regen, but it is not enough. We have Zinzao just walking up there, going, saying hi, going through. Would not agree with showing how low health you are, especially with a Master Yi in the jungle, because Master Yi is a very, very effective jungle duelist. Especially if he has his ult soon, which he just might. The Karthus has less levels, is somehow under-leveled, but the Galio on top is highly leveled. Oh, and there is the Master Yi holding the lane for top. He must have been taking the punishment to Trundle while I was down there. which is very nice to see with a Galio, because he does not have very effective damage options unless you build up one thing up, and that's a lot of mana going too. However, a very good Galio can horrifically, both a Yi, his speed and his attack speed, just doing so much to keep up with him. Alright, Karthus and Cassian still in mid. Karthus doing a very, very good job of beating Cassian and creep kills. I'd venture to guess that this Cassian does not have that as a priority and is instead trying to go for the kills itself. Not very good. Of course, this Karthus is going back to base. He has a teleport, which is a very nice thing to have on hand with the mid. Gets you right back there, buys your items. You have a complete lane advantage at that point because they do not have items, and if they go B and they do not have teleport, you have a time advantage. However, this Cassian does have teleport as well, so we may just see a 2 for 2 or 1v1 teleport back and forth, but does not go back at all, though he sees that he has the opportunity. Karthus actually going across, doing a good job of checking for Mastery, who could be in the bushes there, though he most likely be at the top bushes. He's going to probably go in for the kill, or at least for a very heavy harassment once he gets pushed to the turret to give himself a bit more leeway. Xin Zhao's up there, will be a very good gank if coordinated correctly. Oh, with a not terrible wall right there. It was not the right way. Should have put it down this way so that even if he went that way, at least they'd still have a lot of wiggle room to catch him either this, going up, down, somewhere. But if they because putting it right there, he had an easy path just to rift walk and get away. Karthus is very good at escaping ganks and just jumping into them too. Right there with the rift walk yet again. Now a waste of mana at that point because all he did was rift walk for a Q, and that does not really do much. Karthus now has his ult, which is the bane of any low health character on the field. And unlike the team that's currently purple would be much better against Karthus because at least they have a heal. They have Olaf, Master Yi, and Trundle instead. A lot of AED, probably not going to be too hard to stop if you have a Thorn now, because Olaf and Master Yi are both attack speed dependent, which means they're going to be taking a lot of hits from that instead of the other way around. Karthus, his ult, who is he going to kill? No one. But don't worry, it's just a little performance anxiety. He'll do better later on. He swears. Alright, him versus Cassian. Still not doing much in the damage department against Cassian, but Cassian has proven to be pretty well keeping himself alive, despite the fact that he only has 7 creep kill compared to Karthus' 40, which is terrible for Cassian. Cassian is MIA, which they had that properly clear. It was a perfect clairvoyance because that was he obviously knew what he was doing, even if he didn't call it MIA. Though I believe he may be a Skype user. Again, I wouldn't know. With a Trundle with blue buff, which I did not see that happen. Must have been Master Yi passed off to him when he came back up. Ooh, Karthus getting ganked by Master Yi. It is going to be a tough one not to get killed by. Oh, but Cassian had such an easy kill right there with a Rift Walk combo taking while Yi was taking the tower hits. That should have been a kill. Tower dive. Alright, Cassiopeia, let's see who else is doing pretty good on the front. Cassiopeia is doing a very good job of keeping up with Karthus and creep kills almost. Very nice. We also have Xin Zhao doing a good job. Of course, he's a jungler, so he's just picking them up wherever he finds them. She probably has the let's see, what level is he? Level 6, not bad at all for a jungler. Of course, when I get going, I can keep up with mid if I'm playing the right champ. Which, I don't know, I don't play Xin Zhao as a jungler. Pretty sure he's good though. I think this is the perfect time for Karthus to get back to his base, get some health back. He does not have his teleport up yet, but that is not necessary. Cassian's been pushed back, and this Karthus is extremely well farmed in comparison. I couldn't agree with Xin Zhao more. We have Mr. Puggo's up here, who's playing as Galio, doing a very good job apparently, if this health is to be believed. I'm not sure, would not know. We have Xin Zhao down here, who I believe... Does anyone know if this is accurate right here, the health that's being displayed, even if there's no bar? Because that'd be very helpful to know. So, Trundle, yet again, is getting harassed very well by Galio. And we have 4 York and a Unicorn on bot fighting against the Snake Lady. And I haven't seen Olaf for a while, but maybe he's just hiding in the bushes and I just missed him. Alright, we have Mastering the Joke. There's Olaf, Mastering the Jungle somewhere. We're going to see what happens with him. We have Xin Zhao going back through on another route. Let's see. But he says he has a gank incoming. Oh, but someone stole his blue. That is not fun. Nobody likes it when they steal their blue. Nobody. Master Yi's a very effective counter jungler. Ooh, someone took damage, and that would be Mr. Karthus. I have a feeling that with his Q being leveled properly, it is going to be a matter of time until we see a very aggressive move by Karthus. Those bombs are lethal on a single target. Oh, off this, that was a wasted flash. He just wanted to get that kill. That's a little Bree right there. But Olaf got killed, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. We have Karthus chilling in the bushes, getting ready for a big gank and cast, and I believe Soraka's going up there. Oh, nope. Never mind. Oh, and Master Yi just annihilated Galio on top. Neither of them having taken much damage. Let's see. Who do I want to watch now? Oh, might as well go bot, see what's going on with the team. Since I was going back, we have Soraka and York getting it on with Cassiopeia, which is totally not as hot as it would sound. Alrighty then. Trundle versus the tower. Who will win? An epic battle of club versus rock. As you can see, the minions are putting up a valiant effort, but Trundle proves to be too much. Okay, we have another gank getting down on Karthus. Not fun for Karthus. But if he does it properly, he can do some lasting damage. But nope, not a thing. He'll probably go for his ult again, but nope. Trundle up top, went into the bushes, possibly going to go and force the tower on mid, because that is a good move at this point, because they could probably destroy it. A lot of Karthuses like to run the 5, because hey, they're going to die anyways, they might as well get back into the fight before the fight's over. Which it does work pretty well. Olaf is lurking in the jungle up here, maybe stealing creeps, may not, maybe just going for a gank. Because Cassiopeia is a very aggressive champion. Yes, he is going in on them on the back. He has exhaust, he has taking the tower hits. It is going to be very difficult. Oh, and Soraka is down. York has killed one. Can he get the second? Yes. Wait, no. That was just a very delayed. Alright, Cassiopeia needs to be careful of her poison, because contrary to popular belief, if you poison someone, you do in fact take the tower hits. You still have tower aggro, you probably still have minion aggro. Not good. York is in a very good position. His health is not that bad, but oh, Master Yi's in there too. This is looking good at all for York. But, oh, wow, double kill. Very impressive. Wasted flash right there. She wasn't even being targeted because York was still alive when the damage was dealt, I believe, because it was a simultaneous kill. Trundle chilling in the bushes. Puggers is up here, waiting to, because he knows he's there. He does not want to overcommit. However, he could do good harassment right here. We have a Karthus and Zinzao versus Olaf and Caston. With Olaf doing a very poor job of getting into position right. He should have gone back up. He does not know who he's fighting, mind you. That is a Karthus. He comes back to life stronger than ever. And that was a wasteful flash from Olaf, I believe, from Cassidon wasting an ult. Does he not have a rift walk, or am I just crazy? Olaf Axe trying to stop the thing, does not get a chance, just dodges it. We have Galio versus Trundle still up on top. Neither one really taking much in the way of damage. Tower just getting ready to take some hits if Olaf can get his ass up there, which he does not in time. This Olaf makes me very sad as an Olaf player. Very, very sad. Mainly because he laned him. You do not lane Olaf, you kill. You go jungle and you gank their faces off with a very nice axe. It's a very nice axe. It likes being in your face. It likes staying there. It likes doing damage. It likes slowing you, and he likes to pick it back up to do more damage. Olaf is a very tough fighter in the jungle after his initial lane, but instead he is going to get killed by a Karthus ult because, hey, let's steal kills. No, he does not get the kill. Olaf is very tanky at this point, apparently. Maybe he used his ult, maybe he was trying to get out of the fight, but does not look it from his thing. Let's see, Karthus does not have a lot in the way of AP just yet, but that's to be expected when you're trying to be a more conservative player. You want to have more health than ability power, because it's more important to survive than it is to kill. Master Yi and Caston up on top. Caston apparently taking over while Trundle spawn. Master Yi coming up for a gank. However, they still do not know about the ward placed there, which is a very important thing in any level of gameplay, is to use wards correctly, because wards are your lifeline. They let you know, they let you see, they let you do everything. Trundle's doing a good job. If he dies now, it is more than worth it. However, I believe he will win this fight. Unless he is out of mana. Yes, he is out of mana. Trundle doing a very poor job of chasing. Instead of... Don't know what he's doing for here. Oh no, Kassadin. He silenced him and did not go for the confirmation on that kill, which will be a major mistake because all it took was a Rift Walk and a Force Pulse or even just a couple auto attacks. It really doesn't matter. Just take out your... If you're going to go for a gank or a heavy attack, you might as well go in all the way. You have Karthus, you can Rift Walk out, you are not a... You are one of the more utility-based champions. You can get out of there. Xin Zhao is heading towards mid, gonna push that lane a bit, maybe, you know, fight whoever's hand. We have a Cassiopeia on bot fighting 2v1 against Yorick and Soraka, who have not proven to be a very effective fighting unit against Cassiopeia, who is doing a very good job with her AoE. I would probably assume that because not many people play Cassiopeia, that Yorick is having a bit of trouble fighting her. Kassadin's pretty much trapped at top. I'm going to venture to guess that Kassadin is not very confident in his damage burst potential. Let's look at his items. Kassadin has, that would explain why, Catalyst and Sorcerer Shoes. Not very good damage early on. A little upset that this Cassiopeia does not have Rod of Ages going yet. I'd definitely sell the Duran's Ring for a Rod of Ages, because Rod of Ages is a great item for a carry, because it gives you that survivability, and you need that survivability when you start doing the damage and you're the carry for your team. Olaf is 4 and 5, which is pretty good if you're a jungler getting those ganks, you know. Jump around dying is really not going to affect you that much if your jungle's dead. However, it's not helping a lot when you're dying and you're getting a lot of gold, which they really don't need. Oh, and Dragon's just about to go down. They get Dragon. Here comes a fight against he needs to be careful. He is going to die here if he's not careful. He gets him with the AoE. This could be another kill coming in for Olaf. Olaf is going to die here as well, getting destroyed because he got overconfident. Olaf is an auto attacker. You need more lifesteal than just Virgil's Lantern. Instead of Avarice Blade, you should be building another Ramp Scepter and then building into your, honestly, Stark's favorite. The amount of survivability you get from that is amazing early game. Especially against people who do not know how to build armor. We have a chase still going on. Cassiopeia is being chased by the entire enemy team. And she has nothing left on the Kassadin getting a little too aggressive. Cannot fight a 3v1 even against that health unless he played it very smart. Which he has not proven to do so far this game. Alright, Galio and Trundle on top, having fun. Still doing nothing. Very, very lighthearted engagements due to the fact that neither one can really hurt the other one. We have Xin Zhao right here, has double buffs, always a nice sight to see. We have Soraka headed bot with a Clairvoyance, which was really unnecessary in my opinion, because, you know, jump it around, you know, check their buffs, that's always a good thing to do. Kassadin right there. Waiting for a tank, however, he is going to get destroyed if he's still there. Where? Thank you, buddy. Alright, then he is Kassadin, he uses another Rift Walk to get away. With a perfectly timed wall, a flash, and we will probably see another Rift Walk. No, Olaf is jungling and still going in on it. He says to be a... I cannot imagine what's going through. This is Kassadin going for the kill, or for the dive. Let's see what he can do. He's going for the Requiem, and they're running away. That is a waste of a Requiem due to the team miscommunication. Even Soraka should have been going in to trying to secure that kill, because that was going to be a lot of damage that could have been done, and instead they're going to die just from this kind of fight right here. Actually coming in for the gank, he is going to hit his Q and destroy both of them. Nope, there goes York, a double kill for you. He is destroying this team because he's capitalizing on problems. Should not be happening. And business as usual on top. Xin Zhao is headed back towards bot, probably going to try and hold that tower, or just get himself killed by running into a very bad situation if they're still down there. I wouldn't know. I can't see the enemy team. Get work on that, right? I want to get my spectator mode. I want to watch some pro games. Cast some pro games, because that's fun. Alright. Olaf down in mid. Clearing out a wave. Not much going on really, because Zinzao just destroyed him. Ooh. Good Cassiopeia always plays a very, very fight and flight kind of strategy. Hit, move. Oh, but she just got crushed. He still has about half his health. Oh, but here comes Olaf. And he runs to the wall apparently because Goldberg likes working that way. Oh, and Zinzao does not want to get into that kind of fight against Olaf. Olaf got pretty damn well in that fight, but Olaf has the best survivability bar none, damage bar none at low health of any champion. There is no one to compare at low health. His attack speed at level 1 can be amazing in a fight. Just gotta make sure you survive, which is why you should have W. Alright, Soraka versus Cassidy, which this will be a very, very, very frustrating watching these kind of champions, this kind of play style from a character who has a very good tower dive with his ult. Really sad. Here comes the gank in on Trundle. Wrong way, I would have kept running up. Better than nothing. Instead, he gets ulted, he gets trapped by his own pillar, and that is going to causes another lag spike. Awesome. That's fun. That's a lot of damage fun. But hey, Mr. Progress gets the kill. York versus Master Yi, who didn't take any damage, which means this thing is done. Don't worry. Everything will be alright. I'll still be able to cast this, I think. Alright. Soraka versus Cassiopeia. And hey, another lag spike, because that's all I know how to do in this game. Alright, apparently he was looking down here, because I could actually see shit for a second. We have York and Olaf up on top. We have Master Yi and Olaf doing a very poor job of communication yet again. We have a not very dead Olaf, but he will be in a second if that hits, and it destroys him. Gotta be careful with the Karthus. Of course, he says good job, but really it's just pressing R. I mean, don't get me wrong, it could be the best Karthus play in the world, but a free kill's a free kill. Yes, and Cassiopeia just steamrolling Soraka yet again. Very squishy Soraka, huh? Alright, we have Karthus down there on bot with his double buffs. Got to be careful. Very good job at that slow. And going against it, that is a dead Cassiopeia because it doesn't matter if he's stunned, he still has his E rocking. Throwing bombs, and dropping bitches. Alright, we have Trundle pushing up mid. We have no one around to handle that threat, so it could be a little bit, but could be effective. But we have Zinzao up in the jungle right here anyways. Master Yi pushing this lane back up. Good move, good move. We could probably destroy this tower if it was at 1,000. Master Yi is a very incredible tower assaulter. He does massive amounts of damage to it. Good thing about Master Yi is his Q is a very good harassment tool. It has an insane range. It jumps from one lane to the next, so it could technically hit in a very strong straight line. They really should start hitting that tower before things go wrong, and that is exactly what they wanted to do. Good work on their part by the blue team. And we have a Karthus coming up out of nowhere, which is not what they want to fight right now. Karthus is being fed repeatedly, and that is not what you want. You do not want that ult getting powered up early game. A very powered up ult means mega damage in a team fight if you decide to engage right as he starts casting, because that is cutting their entire team down to size. Probably at least a fourth, a good third. Possibly if it's a very fed Karthus who has a very strong AP score, it's going to be a very, very painful half of your health. Speaking of Karthus ults, I actually played in a game where we had a AFK the entire time. So every time Karthus would get an ult, he was get a free kill back at the base, which is not fun, let me tell you. So he started stacking he started getting Megis. Not cool at all, let me tell you. Alright, we have Zinzao and Trundle doing a little dance down here. Trundle is a very underrated champion in my opinion. Very good jungle ability, very nice chasing and whatnot. Whereas Master Yi is probably better as far as chasing because of his ult, which is very, very strong. Alrighty, we have Galio and Soraka down on bot, pushing the lane. Can't wait till this game starts picking up in the team fight department because it is new. Good old Summoner's Rift. Alrighty, we have Master Yi down here in the middle. We have Trundle with him. They're probably going to try and push this tower as well because they really need to start catching up with towers. Instead, Karthus destroys Cassiopeia. Yet another kill steal from the immeasurable power of Karthus. It is not going to be good. He's really one of those champs that you should not build a Medis on, however, due to the fact that you kind of plan on dying a lot. I mean, really, a good Karthus dies pretty much all the time simply because of the fact that it's going to be most effective for him to dive and still be doing damage. He is a fixture. He can destroy a team fight. If he dies right next to you, you need to either relocate or just destroy everyone before he can destroy you. And good Karthus with his E, his Q, and his slow is going to be a very, very dangerous position to be in. However, he should be getting out there. Karthus should not be doing that simply because, hey, no, there's no one really to fight there. So, oh, it's a very good Galio holding the team in place, be able to get a double kill if he does come this way. He is getting back in there. He is using Ghost. He is chasing all of them. He is going to kill everything. Wait, when did Master go? Someone just disappeared. Interesting. Alright, Cassidy is right here at the tower. Does not want to deal with that. Even a Soraka and a Galio is more than enough, even if he didn't know about that Karthus right there. We have Trundle getting hit by the bombs, which are very powerful single target because their damage is doubled against a single target, or is it cut in half against multiple targets? I believe it's doubled. Right. Yeah, that Trundle does not know what he's thinking. Because that Trundle just got boned. We have a very, very near-death Cassidy. I don't have Ezreal because an Ezreal combo with that. Hell, Galio, Nunu, Ezreal, Karthus, and Pantheon, the cheesiest ult of all time. You will not win a team fight against them. It'll be over every single time before you even get into the fight. Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna taunt you. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna slow you. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna jump on you. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna slow you again by jumping on you. I'm gonna, blow your face off. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna hit you with artillery from the end of the game. That's fun. We have Xin Zhao taking on in a 3v1 situation. Kind of getting a bit frustrated with the whole getting pushed back every time Karthus dies, which was going to happen a lot in the game. We have Cassiopeia and Cassidy trying to push this tower up some. So watch that. Let's see what happens with that. Alrighty then. Not a lot happening, just them getting chased off. Soraka's heading over here, probably going to try and get blue, which is not there. Because any good jungler wants to counter jungle as much as possible. We have Olaf over here trying to dragon. It's not going to be effective, but Soraka needs to get the hell out of there. Probably wants to try and shoot the axe when it comes up. Instead, Cassiopeia is getting away. Almost killed Karthus, and then she does get the kill in fact. Which means he's not going to be doing much other than poking dragon for the shits and giggles. Stealing their jungle, climbing their windows, snatching their waves up. Gonna find you. Alright, we have Yorick and Soraka pushing the lane. Let's check who's dead. Cassiopeia and Olaf, which are two big hitters. Because Master Yi has died way too much to be doing any more effective in the fight. I do not agree with the way this Master Yi has been playing himself. You, as a Master Yi, you need to push your advantage. You need to use your Q, try and steal as much of the enemy's jungle as possible, and they have not been trying to affect Xin Zhao. Master Yi should be winning fights, not losing them. Uses his ult to try and get away. I do not know what's going to happen there, and I probably won't ever know because next Karthus is spawning. Bam. Of course, towers are really doing much more damage than they should be. This is kind of sad. I mean, that's why I just went from almost full health to nothing. Barons up. Have not seen any team make any attempt whatsoever to try and get to it. And while we're waiting, let's speed this thing up a little bit because I'm tired of waiting and I want to go to bed. Who cares? Oh, and there was that very good Soraka recall compared to that Olaf throw. Olaf needs to learn what he's doing. You got really, once you get to a certain point, you're gonna know just from the sound itself of the. Oh, that Requiem might get a double with Olaf too. That would be amazing. Nope, did not, but it is very. Well, not close I thought it'd be, but close enough. Alrighty. Put it lightly. I'm tired. This game was probably not smart to do this when I should be sleeping. Even worse when I should be doing college, but you know what? This is a much more important commitment in the long run. Oh, and Trundle's getting ganked, duped, whatever they want to say. And he is not getting out of there, and Karthus is really not a smart target. He's going to get a... He's going to... He did not die. Wow. Karthus dropped the ball. Alright, we have Galio, York, and Soraka holding it up, holding it down here. We have bottom tower and Triple. He's going to probably take some nice hits from those minions. Not good for them. We have Zinzao up here, watching the creep stack and get his ass up there and make sure that he can take advantage of no one being dead. Of course. Alright, we have York right here on the bottom, taking care of this creep wave, getting some monies. We have Dragon going down here. That's always good to take advantage of. It's not been a very good game for Dragon. He's been getting a little lonely. It's also been a very bad game for warding. Warding. I don't do enough of it myself, but both teams are I can assume are guilty of it, though I can't. I do have to admit, I do not know what they're doing. Cassiopeia is buying elixirs while still having a Duran's ring and a mana potion. That is just unsettling to say the least. Kind of pathetic. You really don't want to be building all those little things or holding on to those little things when you could be building up stronger items that are just survivability, really, because Karthus being fed as he is, an ult will destroy you. That's why Banshee's Veil is a very good investment for a hex strength. It really helps against these high teams. Oh, and Mastery just getting away, but this tower is in hell of a amount of trouble. Need to get in there, casting will not be able to do anything. Oh, and Master Yi probably just got back to his base thinking, oh man, got out of there, getting, you know, it's all good, it's all cool. Ah, man, I just got out of that fight, can't believe this right. Bam! It's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he was still healing. Should have, of course, best thing you could do as a Yi against a Requiem is meditate. Meditate. I don't care if you've got full health, meditate. It's going to protect you from a bunch of that damage. Okay, so they just, apparently this team is pretty much given up at this point. Trundle is depressed. He is hating life right now. Surrender vote failed 3-2. That means their team is not in, their heart is not in this game. One inhibitor down. You have a Trundle trying to do a good job of defense, which he is doing a pretty good job of using his pillar, even if it has trapped it once or twice, but that happens. Don't always know which way a fight's gonna go. Karthus right here, holding off the turret, drop bombs, dropping the Q-bomb. We have Olaf and Galio up at top. Olaf won't do much against the combination of Soraka and Galio. He does not have the damage to burst right through Galio, and Soraka probably would be able to heal from most of it to get away. Yeah, any other team in mid, well, honestly, if a lane pushed that hard, I'd probably try and go for Baron myself, if I knew where a couple more members of the team were. Otherwise, they might be going for Baron themselves as a last-ditch effort to get out of this game, break free. Just, I don't see much for purple if they don't get their act together and stop fighting them in smaller groups. I mean, it's like good minion. You do not want to fight a bigger force with a smaller force, especially unlike the minion. Tide is much more difficult in this game. but with the amount of time this game has been out, there are much better diving in this game mode than there is on the minion. Because the coordination is there without even having to talk. You know what you're doing in this game mode. The thing is still untested ground. We have Puggo's Mr. Galio chasing down Mr. Fieri, or misses, not gonna judge. We have the Smurf, we have LJ, we're Failure, Face, and Dougie Phone. Alright, Galio's got the kill, we have a good Galio, which is probably going to short chest, and we really should have run it away. We have a very dead OR who decided 4v1 is the best way to go out in the fight. This should be GG unless they post it. Unless Cassiopeia and come up and pull off a very good music. I do not see that because that fight is easy and Q is just too much. When you have a card like that, it is the undead, the best kind of community. The one that casts spells. It's, you know, life is a lich and then you never die. Shameless is the only thing arcade. Alrighty, and I believe this is GG. Yes, in fact, I remember to be so bold as to call it GG. Unless Cassiopeia somehow stares at like, oh, I know this game. Guys, you know, it's kind of fun game. First time doing some of those works, so sorry if I kind of rambled on a little bit, because it's, to be honest, it's not that exciting except for a few moments of the game until you really start getting going, so it's really just keep talking with yourself. Like this video, subscribe, post some videos at d2dresden@yahoo.com. As always, stay classy.